Hello friends, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to use a template driven approach in Angular. Okay, to do that, what I have done it till now, so I have created a new Angular application and I have installed Bootstrap. Okay, that's it what I have done till now. So to demonstrate about the template driven approach, I'm going to create a new folder inside app folder. So I'm not going to use Angular CLI as of now. So I'm going to show how we can create a component without CLI. Okay, so let me create a folder first, user, and let me create a file for that, user.component.ts, and let me create one more file, user.component.html. So I'm going to use these two files only. That's the reason I have created these two files. Okay, so I'm going to create a component. So when I want to create a component, so I'm going to create a class, export class user component. Okay, so I have done it. So have created a component, have created a class basically, and how can I say to Angular it's a component? So I have to mention it, right? So for that you should use at component. Okay, okay, so for this we should import a namespace. So what I'm going to do is import from at Angular core. It has a component. Okay, so now this error gone. So now what I'm going to have a selector. So what is a selector? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give us app user. And second thing, so what is a template, right? What is a template I'm going to use? And I'm not going to use a template, I'm going to use a template URL. So that's nothing but our current user.component.html. Okay, so template. This two only I'm going to use. I'm done it. So now what I'm going to do it. So first let me register my component in the app module. Okay. So one moment, did we done it everything? Let me check it 1 second. Template dot, okay, correct. Let me go to app module.ts. Let me register my component here. We'll do that. You can import this particular namespace here. After I done it, so I'm going to use as a template driven approach. For that it's really required a forms module should be imported. Okay, so I'm going to import that one, forms module. So this forms module present in the import forms module from at Angular forms. Okay, we have to import from this one. So once you've done it, let's go to our user component.ts file. So let's create a one method. So this is for just to save a data. Okay, so I'm going to create a one method, say user. Let's have a empty things. Okay, so I have done it. Let me go to user component.html. Okay, so first I will make some text. Welcome to user component. Okay, so I have done it. Let's see that what is my page looks. Still my page as a app component app component data only. So how can I make app component to render my user components? So to do that, comes to our app component.html. You use our selector. So selector which was present from this one, which we typed it app user, right? Copy this one and come to app component.html page. Just say it, type it. let's see it here. Now you're able to see the page, right? It's user component page is rendering as of now. Now let's go to our user component HTML. Let's design a page. Okay, so first I'm going to do it. So I'm created div. After that I'm creating a form for this one. After that I'm going to create a div. So this div going to contains class as a form group. This form group going to contains a label, which is a name, and second thing I'm going to use as an input box. It's type equal to text, and name equal to name, and I'm going to use a bootstrap CSS class for this one. So class equal to form control. Okay, so same thing I'm going to use it for two things. Second one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give as a username. The type will be as an email, and I'm just changing the username. Okay, so I have done it two form group. One is we have right now name and username. Let me add one more thing. Let's add a div dot form group. Let me enter it. Let me give a label as gender. So this time we are going to use as a drop down. So what I'm using select tag. The selected, it will be option. What kind of option? So it's a male. Another option should be a female, and I'm going to give ID for this one. Oh, sorry, name. So I'm going to give as a gender, and same I'm going to use a class for this one. It's a form control. Okay, I've done it this one. So we have done it third one. So let me add one more form group. So then it will be looks nice. So let me add it, label, and let me give us a location, and this should be a input type equal to text, and name equal to location, and class should be a form control. Sorry, it's form control. Okay, so I have done it as of now. Okay, so at last let me add a one more button as a input. Sorry, let me add a button. Type equal to, let it be a submit button, and let me give us a save user as a text, and let me apply class for this as well, btn. Let me give us a primary. Let's save it. You can see the node is running here backend, so if I save it, it will keep saving it. So let's open our application and the browser. Let's look into that. So now you're able to see that how clean it was assigned, but we are able to see that that is location was not assigned properly. Let's look into that why. Okay, so let me use right now one style property, padding top. Purpose just 5px. It's not a padding, it should be a margin actually. Margin top. let's see now. Okay, now it's cleanly assigned. Okay, so now we have to use a template driven approach. We just design a page, that's it. So what I'm going to do right now, so I'm going to say to Angular, this is a template driven, okay, this is a form. Okay, so how can I say that one? So there is a only way, we have to create a local reference. So for that, what we have to do, hash, you can give any name. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give form, and I'm going to say this one, what type, what kind of, I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it's a ng form. It's mean I'm saying that this is Angular form, or it's a template driven form, like that. I'm just doing it. So for that, I'm just having a local reference, that's it. Okay, have create a form, and what are the control is there inside, so that also I have to say to the Angular. So how to say that one? So you should add ng model tag or ng model directive. Okay, so in this ng model, we have, I'm going to use it in the username as well, even in the gender, even for the location. Okay, so now I created a form and I told what are the controls present for that one. Okay, I have done it everything. Then how I'm going to save this particular data into the, how I'm going to send this particular data into the particular method, right? We already created one method called as a save user. Now this save user not expecting any parameter or any input things, so we have to say to the, I'm going to send some data for that. So what we have to do it, I'm going to get a form, right? So I'm going to think as a, I'm just going to create input type form, and what type it may be, it's ng form, right? We have to mention it, have mentioned it. Okay, so I have done it. Now let me go to user component again. So we have a method, but where we are going to call it and how we are going to call it. Okay, for that, what we can do it, we can call as a ng submit as a event. This event we can pass as a our method. Okay, what is our method actually? It's a save user, right? Copy this and paste it. And for this method is expecting a parameter that should be type of ng form. So for that, what we have to do, we have to pass our local reference as a parameter here. Just pass it. Okay, let's go to our application. Let's enter some data, test. Let me give it, let me give some value. Now if you click it, we are not able to see any kind of information, but we are not get any error. So now we are not able to log at all. So let me go to our method. Let's first, we will do a console.log. Okay, form, just save it. Let's give some information, test Gmail, and let's give gender, let's give an India, and just click on save. Now we are able to log the ng form data, right? But if you look that, it contains lot of information, right? It contains lot of things. So these things I will explain later, but we will look only one thing as of now. It's a value. What is the value object? So what are the data we enter from the in the form level? Those data has been captured here. You're able to see that gender, location, and name, username, what are things I enter. So to make it properly, let me go to our method. Let me log as a form dot value. Okay, you save it. Let's come here one more time. Let's enter the data first one more time. Let's give some value for this one. Just lock it. Now you're able to see the data, right? So this is a way we can do the template driven approach. We can create our form, and the form we have to say what is our ng form, from where it's our form starting, and what are the controls there that we have to define. Once we done it, we are able to manage. So right now what we done is we just got the data from the front end, that's mean UI, and we just logged the data. That's it. We didn't have any kind of service, or we don't have any database to communicate. So when coming our later video session, so we will improve this one, how we can send this data to the backend and how we'll retrieve it. And before that, we will do our validation for this particular form as well. Okay, thank you for watching this video.